So hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing all right. So with everything that's happening in the world right now, I thought I'd get a different perspective. So today we'll be going into the Philippines with Charlie, who's my brother-in-law, and he'll tell us a little bit what's happening over there. Things, their reaction to the pandemic, COVID-19, is a little bit different than the one we've had in Canada. So I was just interested in getting a different perspective, but it's most importantly an independent one, not necessarily from the mainstream media, just a first-hand account too. So let's welcome Charlie in the studio. I'll get him on here. Hi, Charlie. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you. Um, so things are pretty crazy out there right now, are they? Last time I saw you, we could travel all the way around the Philippines, or even in Canada. We were like three people, but it's not so much anymore because of the pandemic. So how's that affecting you?
It's pretty bad. It's restrictions are everywhere. Like unlike before, you can just travel freely if you wanted. Now it's difficult. Like police is everywhere, military is everywhere. It's kind
Wow.
of strange feeling. Yeah. And family are just staying at home. Children cannot go out. Like they're asking for Papa can go here and then, no,
Well, there's
like
no
we
school
have to
right now. The
stay in the
schools are
house. That's
closed.
the order from the national government. Pardon?
So the schools are closed, and pretty much nobody's working right now.
Well, yeah, the school was ended usually middle of March, the middle of March,
Ah,
and then most of the businesses are closed. Most of the businesses are closed except for some like agricultural products. They are open. Banks are open, but only a few period of time, limited time. What else? Pharmacies, groceries. I think that's it.
okay. So I know that
Gasoline stations.
In the Philippines, there aren't many social
Yeah.
programs, or safety nets. So how are people earning a living? It must be really difficult for somebody who doesn't have any work or any income right now.
So it's very, very difficult, Damien. People are hungry, scared. I don't know, like really hard for us. Like we're still lucky we have something on the table right now, but I don't know until when.
Yeah, I can
Really,
imagine.
like for some people, especially in Metro Manila, where people people like earning money like day to day basis, like from hand to mouth basis. It's really really hard.
Yeah, I can
We're
imagine.
just waiting for some relief. Yeah.
Yes, because at some point our reaction is going to be worse than the actual disease itself. Like I mean, Philippines, it's not like you life is easy. You need the money to put food on the table. And what about
So yeah, that's one of the big argument now. Like
what about
people are saying, like, okay, we're safe with the pandemic, but we are dying hunger.
exactly? So what about freedom of movement? So you guys can't leave the house right now. You guys are confined, right? You have to stay home, or I think you guys need a permit, or how does that work?
So only one is allowed in every household. Like the barangay is issuing a quarantine pass to every household, but only one person is allowed. Like for here, I'm the only one is allowed to go out to buy necessity, food, medicine, like something like that. So mama and the family is just stay at home, literally.
Wow. Now for and you also need a permit from the
Really
barangay.
hard.
Like the barangay is like a community chief, if you can say it that way.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the quarantine pass is coming from the barangay because they are the I think the smallest organizations in locally, so they know the people closely per barangay. So they will issue a quarantine pass, and from that quarantine pass also they will issue some relief goods. Actually, they gave us like for now twice 6 kilos of rice. That's it for a period of like
Wow.
3 months. I think not enough. Like if you have a family, like you have 5 children, it will not be enough. I don't know what are you going to do with the 6 kilos rice. Not enough.
That's crazy.
It's scary actually.
Yeah.
It's scary. You know, we don't know how long this will take.
And
And
for us,
honestly, I'm always thinking about the kids. Yeah.
yeah, of course. My concern too, like for me, it's I'm just surprised on how coordinated our response was between all countries. Everybody just stopped going to work like one day, and some people are saying no, we need to keep going and just isolated people that are sick. This does not make sense. It's going to be so dangerous. Similar thing is happening in Canada where we got mostly essential services. I know Quebec is starting to get people back to work, um, but in the long run, we're hurting ourselves more than we're helping ourselves. Even in Quebec too, what I see is a lot of suspicion between people and families. We have lines now where we can turn in our neighbor if they get too close to somebody else, or if somebody sees them with another family. It's becoming very, very bad in a sense, and they're even finding people like $1,000 if they walk too close to somebody else, which is ridiculous. I personally don't agree with that. I think that's a reach from the government. You cannot control every disease. That's just not a reasonable approach to hurt people like that, to protect them from a disease. And I don't know.
Yeah.
So, what are the talks now in the Philippines to restart
Well, I
everything?
don't know. Like it's happening all over the world.
That's right.
Where they're planning to lift the quarantine on the 30th, end of this month. But it still depends how the things is like right now they are doing some rapid testing, especially in Metro Manila. And the only good thing is there's like the recoveries now is getting higher compared to the deaths.
Yes. And I
Like
think,
from yesterday, as recorded, we, yeah, we have total cases of 5,878, and the death tolls is 387. Recovery is 487. So yesterday there was a new cases 218. But the sad thing is we have 339 doctors and 242 nurses are positive right now.
Mm. And one
So
thing
the
that I
frontliners, this
wanted
is
to know,
very sad
because
to
um,
hear.
there's
Yeah,
I mean, when we talk about people that are sick or whatnot that have been tested, there's a lot more people than that are probably sick. Some of them are asymptomatic, which means they don't have any symptoms. They will never be accounted anywhere. And that being said, it makes the death rate looks higher than
yeah,
we were panicking for nothing. And that's what I don't understand. And the same thing in Canada. But the media has done a very good job at getting everybody panicked like they're all going to die tomorrow. Now, I'm not saying that coronavirus is not
mm,
bad or that we shouldn't do anything, but in my opinion, we're definitely going too hard on the reaction there. And it's affecting the life of millions of people, literally, or billions, I'd say. And we're actually making everything worse. So,
yeah.
yes, I hope everything will be good for you guys.
I don't know what.
I don't know if you get any more things you'd like to talk about, or did we cover everything?
No, I think so. We will see what will going to happen end of this month. Is they
Yeah,
going to lift the quarantine or there's no economy? Like we're borrowing Philippines money now from outside.
exactly. And we're doing the same thing in Canada. So the issue that I have in Canada right now is we borrowed $82 billion. Uh, at some point, somebody's going to have to pay that back. And if it's not me, through higher taxes, it'll have to be my children. So now we're jeopardizing my kids' future for something that doesn't need to be. And that's what gets me really angry. But we'll keep that for another discussion.
Yeah.
And there's a few other things too. Like I know that we knew early that the disease was going to come our way, but our prime minister, our health minister, they were too busy about claiming that closing the border was a racist thing because of all political correctness. Instead of protecting people, they used political correctness in order to delay the response. And then once the disease was inside the country, they decided to close the border. And I'm like, no, this doesn't make any sense. You guys should have done that a long time ago. So it just goes to show how incompetent our politicians are here in Canada. But that's, again, that's my opinion.
Mm.
Almost as if they don't work for us. And I don't think they do really, but
Too late, eh?
it's too late now. And now we're going to take all that very aggressive response that restricts everybody's freedom and liberties when we didn't need to do that. We acted early in the first place. And I think from what I'm getting to is that WHO in China would have lied to the Western world, or pretty much the entire world, making our response a lot harder to achieve, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Charlie, thank you very
It
much for
all
your time.
started from China. Okay.
Yeah, China didn't help us at all. It's hard to
It's
tell.
just funny. Like last night, actually, I think China is gaining from it. Like because all the people know that the pandemic is coming from China. Now we're ordering all the PPAs and all this medical equipment from China. Like, oh, China is benefiting from the pandemic.
Exactly. One thing that I questioned myself about was the fact that all the people that are taking care of responding to the pandemic also benefit from having more of the pandemic. You can think about Bill Gates. He's got lots of shares in
Yeah.
vaccine companies, so he wants more pandemics so he can sell more vaccines. There's no interest for them to have no pandemic or for the pandemic to be minimized. Same thing for the WHO. The WHO wants more global governance. They want more power. So the more pandemic there is, the better for them. If there's no pandemic, there's no room for them.
Yeah.
The Canadian government is the same thing too. So now they're vying, they want to stay in power.
Exactly.
So the more pandemic there is, the better it is for them to restrict our rights and freedoms. It's as simple as that. There's no other way around it. Um, China also benefits on the economic side because while we're staying at home, they're back to full production because they don't need to. There's no such thing as rights and liberties in China. It's a totalitarian state. They can shut down an entire city, weld the door shut to everybody's houses or thick, do whatever they want, and just carry on as normal. They're not affected. We are because we have a different standard of living and different values, and now it's just paralyzing us, and we have to stop that insanity. It's crazy. But the same people that are responsible for taking care of the problems are also the ones that benefit from the problems. And that's crazy. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah. Oh,
Anyway, Charlie, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for your time. And yeah, in your hindsight, we'll probably try to do that again some other time. Maybe next week. We'll see if things get better or worse. We'll just get some update. And yeah, once again, thank you very much for coming on.
yeah. Okay. Take care.
Yeah, you too. And stay safe. Take care of your family and say hi to them from me.
Yeah, yeah. Also to Minnie and the two kids, Patricia and Dominic.
Yeah, you bet. All right. Take care now. All right, guys. So this was Charlie and his first-hand account from the Philippines. Told us a little bit how things are over there, their response to COVID-19. Definitely different than the Canadian response, but although in the same line, if we can say, yeah. So it's interesting. I just thought I'd share with you guys, just so that people are aware that depending on where we are in the world, everybody's taking different responses. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like my channel. If you did like the content, it really helps me out to get out and with the algorithm and all that good stuff. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.